Hello and welcome back to Cinders. Cinders and Perrault have been out on a midnight stroll and he is not facing her. He's clearly not pleased when she tried to get into his belts. And I'm ashamed to say I have failed miserably at this attempt at being a guard. What do you mean? Is something wrong? My feet are killing me, and I thought I had a chance at this line of work. You have walked almost the entire route already, and it seemed a fine patrolling job to me. The town is safe, calm, nothing happened on your watch. Isn't that what matters? Does anything dangerous ever happen on these routes? Because if so, I must admit I'm disappointed with our walk and its unfulfilled potential for adventure. Well, no. It's almost always uneventful. Then I really feel like I've accomplished something today. But if these patrols don't change anything, why do you do them? I did not say they change nothing, Cinders. Maybe it is because of them that the town is peaceful. Maybe something will happen and the town is going to need me to be here. Good point. Like that kidnapping the other day. It was good you were around. Yes, but whatever happens or does not happen, these patrols are my duty, Cinders. Written generations ago to keep this town in order. So that is what I will do. Does your duty make every choice for you? It even dictates how you spend your evenings. One might think you have no clue what to do when duties are done. I did make one choice, to become a guard. I do accept my duties as they are a consequence of who I am. You don't seem to accept the concept of duty in general, though. It's fine. I mean, I can understand. From what you have told me about your house and its rules, you are bound to dislike your duties. Isn't that almost by definition? Duty is something you have to do, not want to do, not chosen. How can you like an obligation like that? That is how it is for you, as Carmosa took over your house and life. For me, it's different. I have chosen and accepted my duties, or maybe chosen to accept them. I see the purpose of my duties, and I am glad I can contribute to it. And if I can have a pleasant walk every evening as a means to uphold order in this town, is it really that bad? Phone call! Sorry about that, it was no one. When it pours or snows, the pleasure must be doubled. Ha 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 ha! Okay, you've got me there. That laugh, though. Though the town does look better when all the dirt and these clashing colors are covered by snow, or at least smudged by the rain in your eyes. So you honestly like protecting this sleepy, dirty town? I distinctly remember you saying that you miss the past, the times of battles. Where do your patrols fit into that? I do whatever is necessary. If the times demand I walk the town, then that is what I will do. But yes, I do prefer the thrill of battle and times when heroism had its use. Also heroin. I can't figure you out, Captain. One minute you stop to show me a magnificent view of the evening mist over the lake that unfolds from the palace stairs. A minute later you admit killing is more preferable to you than such an evening stroll. I do prefer battle, but I certainly did not say I preferred it over this evening stroll in particular. Thank you. So, are you a warrior or a poet? Or a killer poet, maybe? Oh, I would be an awful poet, I assure you. In fact, you may be right. My poetry would probably kill. So you're not even going to try? Oh, come on. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you break the law, then I'll kill you. As you can see, not a poet. But then again, why do you think killing and poetry exclude each other? That's child's way of thinking. I've seen cruel crooks that wrote delicate poetry, and not all warriors are mindless brutes. You're right, I'm sorry. Sorry I called you an idiot just then. That's okay, but please understand, I do not enjoy killing. What makes me feel good is a sense of proficiency at something, of being useful. I can see the value of freedom, but the notion of having a purpose is what works for me and makes me happy. It's nice to see someone content with where they are and what they do. Maybe the fact that I enjoy breaking the rules is caused by the fact that I myself am not. Ah, but I broke a rule by inviting you to go on a patrol with me, and I did enjoy it very much. Take off my belts. I'm glad. And if I offended you by questioning your way of life, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude or nosy. By no means. There aren't many people I can talk to about such things. And how can you think things through if you don't let them be questioned? So thank you. I was a bit skeptical beforehand about patrolling together. Now I regret we can't do that more often. Ha ha! I'm gonna be seductive. Come here, let me take off your belts. Ah, but the pleasure is all mine. Though I do feel the pleasure should be mutual at most times. Cinders, seriously? That was your attempt at seduction? You certainly have a way of making a statement. It's awkward and weird. Go home! But honestly, you are a very interesting man. I'm surprised I didn't have to elbow my way through a crowd of young women here. Strength and mystery in a man usually attracts them like honey lures wasps. Oh, do they? They attracted me, haven't they? I want to lick your scar. But then such a confident, beautiful, and smart woman as yourself is bound to have a circle of admirers at her whim. That is what men search for. Do they really? Of that I'm sure. I've just had no luck in finding such a person yet, but that does not mean that I admire such qualities less. What can I say? On a different note, I've noticed something today. When you and Madame Ghede spoke earlier, you seemed quite familiar with each other. I owe her my life. Oh, duh. I'm reading the wrong person. I owe her my life. Such an experience does bring people closer and creates a bond. Maybe for life, even. Really? What happened? Sounds like there's an interesting story behind it. I was just doing my duty. I led a small group against brigands terrorizing the forest. Got separated while chasing their escaping leader. I got him eventually, but he managed to wound me. I lost consciousness there in the middle of nowhere. Madame Ghede was out searching for herbs when she found me. You could have bled to death. Yes, but Madame Ghede took me to her hideout and nursed me back to health. She put the first of my belts on me, and she took it off many times that night, and I will always be grateful for that. Sounds almost like a fairy tale. All that is missing is a romance and a they lived happily ever after ending. Well, at least part of that did happen. But it was no fairy tale, so we did not live happily ever after. This was a real story of bloodstains and pain and... Wait, you were actually with Madame Ghede? The wise and mysterious one? Romantically involved with the ominous Witch of the Woods? I'm sorry if I have spoiled the story and the characters for you, but I am not a dark and brooding knight. Madame Ghede is not an unearthly being. We were just human. I know, I'm sorry for stereotyping again. It's just so hard to imagine Madame Ghede in love. I don't think it was love. We were both lonely, and fate brought us together. Companionship might be a better word for it. I'm sorry if that offends you. No, I guess I've never thought about Madame Ghede as someone that could be lonely, or with any other human weakness for that matter. She appears to be so strong. Unlike you, who are weak. She is strong, and a good woman, so it would be a shame to see the prejudice win and drive her away from yet another town. But what you said surprises me, really. Seeing just one side of her seems unfair as well. Plus, the two of you seem so alike in so many ways. Like I want to date you right now, how about it? Because you can never miss while comparing a woman to your former lover. I'm sorry, I told you I'm no poet. Come back to my room. Don't mention it. I actually do admire Madame Ghede quite a bit. And I guess now I can see her in a different light. Both of you. Would you like a threesome? A bit less mystery, a bit more reality. That's just the way it is, I'm sorry. You're right, and I'm the one who's sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You didn't. Now, if you will excuse me, I have to go to the palace. The reporting duties call. You're a reporter? Thank you for accompanying me. You are one of the most interesting and beautiful girls I have ever met. Can we see each other again and talk? You really aren't a poet. Okay, yeah. Let's do this thing. Thank you! I have enjoyed this walk immensely, too. I will try to arrange it so we can meet again, as difficult as it may prove. Oh, I believe you can accomplish anything if you want to. Thanks for the confidence. Da-da-da! I look forward to meeting you again, then. Anyhow, if you decide to do something about what that vagabond said today, or even if you just want to discuss your options further, do come and find me. Thank you very much, Captain. I will. I really need to go. Goodbye, Cinders. Have a nice night. You too, Captain. Good night.